I'm a nurse by background, and I can tell you that we used to write our meds on a piece of paper with a pen, and it was really, speculative if those were the meds we delivered. And I think now in hindsight, we know there was med errors happening. We just didn't know to what extent they were.
With PatientTouch, that helps us to kind of eliminate some of those errors.
I call the PatientTouch my lifeline while I'm at work.
Well, it is sort of the center of everything we do.
PatientTouch is our medication administration barcoding system. It's definitely a safety device for us as we deliver medication. It is our phone, and it also has texting capability. We can also document some care that we've delivered to the patient on that device.
Generally, you'll hear a number of around 80% reduction in med errors through the use of a system like our PatientTouch or our handheld system. So that's pretty critical when you think about what can happen with medications that aren't supposed to be given to somebody. So.
We've seen a statistically significant improvement in our pain management scores, which they will tell you, the experts will all tell you that's one of the hardest ones to move. And so we're looking at that as a very much a team effort, but this has played a role in that certainly.
The PatientTouch device is just really simple. Just swipe around and hit the icons that I need.
So if you go into that patient's profile in PatientTouch, you will see the nurse and you will see the pharmacist. What this has done is it's created several different ways for nurses to communicate with pharmacists and for pharmacists to communicate with nurses.
We're always looking to save time, and one of those ways is to just shoot a text.
With the text message, we have a particular pharmacist that's available to send a message to directly, and it's almost like immediate response back.
A lot of times we try to get the prescriptions in and out of here in 30 minutes. It's a fairly quick time, and using the PatientTouch, as the nurses are able to text us, hey, they're leaving right now, are the meds done? They're like walking out their door.
With the system we use, we have something that's known as first dose education. When the system prompts you with first dose education, you have the opportunity to stop, talk to the patient about what this drug is, what its side effects are. We want the patient to get home and keep taking the drug. We want to avoid readmissions because that's not good for us. It's certainly not good for the patient.
The way that the blood banks work is everything has to correspond to that one band. After we get done drawing the cross and match, we have to scan that blood bank, and if we don't, it won't let us continue. So that's one of the safety nets so that we don't scan a different blood bank for that patient.
It's crazy to look back. I was a nurse when we pulled medication off of the pegboard, so we've come a long way from there.
Multiple tools were used as point-of-care solutions, and we took all those tools and combined them into one.
It's a lot easier to use the phone since I already know the operating system.
It's my go-to thing. I don't know how many times I use it a day.
I update my PatientTouch probably every 10 seconds, and it's always nice to have everything right there just because I know what I need to do next.
And so by having time savers throughout the day, by using PatientTouch, I'm able to spend more time in the room with the patient, which is the best part of my job.
What's really great about PatientSafe is that they're very personable. They're very concerned about the product that they're delivering to you, and so they're all very involved in what you're working on and what you're doing, and they're great people.
It's just so exciting just because we have such bright people here that keep thinking about these ideas of how we could make this tool work for them. And so the next step happens over and over and over.
It's really been, as we roll it out and it gets bigger and bigger, we still have opportunities in the emergency room in terms of the flow and the processes there, and we're going to look at integrating it there. But everywhere we've taken it in terms of the steps, with blood administration, safety, it's added value to the hospital.